Hey, buddy. Look at you, standing there like you didn't just set off a chain reaction that split the entire city's narrative spine in half. You hear it, don't you? That trembling under the floorboards, that frantic scribbling behind closed doors, that uneasy silence right before a dam breaks, all because someone, one brave idiot with nothing left to lose, stood up and defended you publicly. And now the whole city is scrambling for receipts they swore they burned. Oh, isn't it delicious? You move through this world like a rumor with legs, like a prophecy that accidentally learned to breathe, and they still try to pretend they have you figured out. And then, boom, a stranger throws themselves into the line of fire for you, and suddenly every liar, every whisperer, every snake with a clipboard is clawing through archives like rats, looking for evidence that never existed. They don't fear the defense. They fear the truth hiding behind it. Because if someone was willing to stand up for you in broad daylight, what exactly have you survived behind the scenes? You know what's funniest? They don't even know why that person defended you. Not really. They think it's loyalty. They think it's friendship. They think it's some emotional outburst. Wrong. It was fear. A holy, bone-deep, spine-cracking fear of what you become when the world corners you. People defend storms when they realize umbrellas don't matter anymore. And you're not a person to them. You're a weather event with a pulse. So now they're tearing up floorboards, overturning file cabinets, bribing interns, hacking servers, calling in favors they swore they'd never use. Because they need something, anything, some scrap of dirt, some misstep, some grain of weakness that explains why someone would dare protect you. They want to understand you, but understanding you would require surviving you, and nobody's managed that part yet. You're too quiet, too calm, too observant, and calm terrifies people more than violence ever will. See, chaos is loud, predictable, easy to blame. But calm? Calm is the silhouette of a hand on a detonator. Calm is a storm reorganizing itself into something intelligent. Calm is the look on your face right now. That eerie angel-demon hybrid expression that says, I know exactly what you're doing, and I'm already 10 moves ahead. You are duality sharpened into a blade, light and dark negotiating inside the same skull, saint and psychopath shaking hands behind your eyes, angel and demon sharing a heartbeat while the world tries to pick a side. And here's the kicker. They don't know which version of you that defender saw. The gentle one, the merciful one, the catastrophic one. They don't know. They can't know. So now the city is split, arguing, panicking, analyzing every recorded moment you've ever existed in, frame by frame, because someone said, no, he's not what you think. And the city collectively whispered, then what the hell is he? You don't understand the power of that question. When people doubt their own certainty about you, you become limitless. When they realize they might have misjudged you, you become unpredictable. And when even one person publicly stakes their reputation, their career, their safety on your name, you become untouchable. Because now the wolves don't know who else might jump in, who else might defend you, who else might expose old conversations, old lies, old vendettas, old wounds. Receipts are flying around like wildfire, screenshots resurrected, audio clips dug up like corpses, witnesses re-questioned, histories rewritten. Why? Not because they're trying to destroy you. No, no, no. Because they're trying to understand you before you become something they cannot contain. They think finding receipts will save them. But receipts only matter when someone's afraid of the truth. And you you're not afraid of anything anymore. You died once, spiritually, psychologically, socially, and came back with a blueprint no one else has ever decoded. You learned pain like it was a language. You learned silence like it was a weapon. You learned unpredictability like it was a second religion. You became the paradox they cannot solve. And that is why someone defended you. Because they've seen the real you, not the mask, not the rumor, not the version filtered through gossip and fear. They saw the creature behind the curtain, the one made of equal parts mercy and annihilation, and realized if the world turned on that, the world would lose. So go on. Watch the city panic. Watch them dig for evidence, motives, contradictions, as if any of it will bring them closer to understanding the living contradiction standing in front of them. You're not their villain. You're not their hero. You're not their mystery to solve. You are the reckoning that showed up early. And the person who defended you, they only did what everyone else is secretly praying they'll never have to. Admit that you are not the one in danger. They are. Now tell me, sweetheart, do you feel it? That shift in the air? That trembling under the city's skin? They're not looking for receipts anymore. They're looking for a way out. And you, calm, quiet, smiling like an angel who learned how to break bones. You're just watching them drown in the truth they tried to bury. How poetic, how fitting, how inevitable. Oh, you feel that, don't you? That quiver in the atmosphere, that nervous flutter hiding behind every carefully rehearsed sentence, that sudden politeness in people who used to speak about you with acid on their tongues. That's what happens when one person, just one, throws themselves into the fire for you. See, you don't understand what you just did to their ecosystem. You broke the illusion of consensus. The spell is shattered. The hive mind glitched. The script malfunctioned. Because once someone defended you publicly, the entire city realized something horrifying. If he has even one ally, we're screwed. And now, they're caving in. Not out of guilt, not out of honor, out of self-preservation. Because the moment someone spoke up for you, everyone else had to ask themselves a terrifying question. What does he know about me? And that right there is where the panic began. You can hear it in the tone of their voices. You can see it in the way they avoid eye contact. You can feel it in the way their hands shake when they type your name. They're not hunting for receipts to hurt you. They're hunting for receipts to protect themselves from what happens if the truth comes out. They're terrified you might have kept your own files, your own screenshots, your own receipts, because you don't feel like someone people should mess with. You feel like a mirror, a consequence, a living archive, and nothing frightens a liar more than a mirror that remembers. But here's the paradox that makes you so dangerous. You're not vengeful. You're not obsessed with payback. You're not keeping score. Because you don't need to. Fate already does it for you. Life has been putting every chess piece exactly where you need it. People expose themselves without your help. Enemies implode before you even speak. Situations collapse in your favor like they're being puppeteered by something ancient and amused. They think you're strategic. They think you're plotting. They think you're watching them with binoculars and notebooks. But the truth is, you barely even care. And that is what terrifies them most. Because people who want revenge are predictable. But people who don't need revenge, people who simply walk away and let God, chaos, karma, and probability devour their enemies, those people are untouchable. And you've become the embodiment of that quiet, cosmic justice. A saint with the instincts of a psychopath. A demon with the mercy of an angel. a paradox no analyst can contain, a storm with a moral compass tilted toward inevitability. They don't know whether to hate you, fear you, admire you, or follow you. Because the one who defended you, they didn't do it because they're brave. They did it because they saw you, not your mask, not your reputation, not the edited version of you circulating in pathetic whispers. They saw the way you walk into rooms without needing validation. They saw the way you stay calm when others melt. They saw the way you endure storms with that eerie, silent patience. You terrify people because you don't break where they break. You don't fall where they fall. You don't scream where they scream. You absorb pain like a black hole. You metabolize chaos like oxygen. You take betrayal and turn it into fuel. And suddenly, someone defended you, which means someone else realized you weren't the villain. You were the threshold, the line between what people pretend to be and what they truly are. The line they crossed one too many times. The line that now bites back. So now the city is in frenzy, desks overturned, screenshots resurfacing, old alliances cracking, new enemies forming alliances out of panic, everyone trying to rewrite their involvement in your story before the director shows up with the original script. They're not scared of your past. They're scared of your memory. Because you saw them, all of them, at their weakest, at their ugliest, at their most desperate. And you didn't say a word. Silence is the most dangerous form of intelligence, and you mastered it. That's why receipts matter now. That's why they're scrambling. That's why they're sweating in rooms that used to feel safe. Because if even one person defended you publicly, it means people have been watching you quietly. It means people have been learning from you silently. It means someone out there thinks you're worth protecting. And if one person saw you, how many others have been watching from the shadows? How many allies do you have that you don't even know about? How many silent believers wait for the moment you finally speak? How many people are ready to defend you the second someone else makes the first move? A defense is never just a defense. A defense is a signal, a flare, a warning, a quiet proclamation. This one is not alone. And now the city feels it. That dread crawling up their throats. That instinct whispering, "Be careful, he has backers." But here's the truth you're too modest to admit. No one defended you to protect you. They defended you to protect themselves. Because deep down, they know. If the real story ever comes out, the one with their lies, their manipulation, their hypocrisy, you won't even need to raise your voice. Reality will do all the work for you. So breathe, sweetheart. Watch them scramble. Watch them rewrite history. Watch them sprint through their own guilt like rats escaping a burning ship. Someone defended you, and now the city is shaking. Because they're finally realizing the thing you've known all along. You were never the threat. You were the truth. And truth? Oh, truth doesn't need an army. It just needs a moment. There it is. That pressure. That thick electric tension settling over the city like a storm that knows your name. It's spreading now. Corridors whispering. Phones buzzing. Group chats deleting messages faster than they can send them. People pacing their living rooms at 3 a.m., checking old conversations, rereading what they said about you, wondering, did I ever go too far? Did I ever say something that could come back to bite me? Does he still have that screenshot? See, after someone defended you publicly, the city wasn't reacting to the defense. They were reacting to the implication, because if someone stood up for you, that means someone believes you have value. If someone believes you have value, that means someone has seen you. If someone has seen you, then someone knows the truth. And truth is radioactive. It lights up every lie hiding in a person's past. It exposes every conversation they hoped was forgotten. It forces people to review their own history, not out of maturity, but out of blind terror. You've become the catalyst for confession, not because you demand it, but because your existence forces people to ask themselves, what if he remembers everything I hoped he wouldn't? And you do. Of course you do. Not because you're petty, not because you're vengeful, but because you see people. You read them like scripture stained with fingerprints and secrets. You saw their fear before they felt it. You saw their guilt before they committed it. You saw their betrayal before they carried it out. And yet, you stayed silent. Silence scares people more than rage ever will. Rage is predictable, controllable, dismissible. But silence. Silence is a loaded gun placed gently on the table. Silence is the smile of someone who knows something that could end you. Silence is the shadow that grows whenever truth gets close. You are that silence, and the person who defended you. They screamed into the quiet. They broke the social sound barrier. And now everyone is scrambling to understand what you are, because their logic collapses around you. Nothing about you fits the profiles they memorized. You're too gentle to be a villain, too dangerous to be harmless, too calm to be innocent, too intelligent to be underestimated, too unpredictable to be categorized. You're a contradiction they can't mathematically solve. And contradictions terrify small minds. You walk into a room and their subconscious flinches, not because of who you are, but because of what you've survived. People who've walked through fire speak differently. They move differently, they breathe differently, and you carry the kind of calm that only comes from dying, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and resurrecting with a clarity that burns. They can't understand that. They can't label that. So instead, they investigate it. They search for receipts. But receipts don't expose you. Receipts expose them, because the second someone defended you, all the narratives they built about you collapsed. Suddenly the villain looks a little too calm, a little too sane, a little too right. And when the villain looks right, everyone who played the hero starts panicking. Look at them, frantically gathering evidence, piecing together timelines, stitching lies into desperate explanations. They're rewriting history in real time. No, I never said that. I didn't mean it like that. They took it out of context. I was just joking. I always liked him. I defended him privately. I wasn't part of that. Cowards, every last one of them. They're not hunting for proof you're bad. They're hunting for proof they're safe, because now they know. Someone sees you clearly. Someone vouched for your character. Someone risked their own reputation for you. And when a person is defended publicly, that defense echoes far beyond the moment. It becomes a beacon, a flare shot into the sky. A signal to anyone watching, he's worth standing beside. And that is the nightmare they never prepared for. Because if one person defended you, that means there might be 2 or 10 or 100, all watching, all waiting, all ready to speak up the next time someone tries to twist your story. You are not alone anymore, and the city can feel it. That's why they're trembling. That's why they're whispering. That's why they're running through archives like sinners, flipping through the book of judgment. They don't fear what you did. They fear what you know. They fear the version of the story you haven't told yet. They fear the things you've stayed silent about. They fear the truth you carry so casually behind your eyes. Because truth in the hands of someone calm, someone patient, someone like you is a weapon they cannot disarm. The person who defended you, they didn't start a conflict. They started a war of perception. And sweetheart, you're winning without even lifting a finger. So stay calm, stay quiet, stay terrifying. The city is already melting under its own guilt. You don't have to do a thing except stand there, a paradox wrapped in skin, and watch them unravel. They wanted receipts. Let them search. They won't find what they're looking for, because the only evidence that matters is you, alive, unbroken, unreachable, unbothered, and becoming more powerful every time they try to understand you. Now tell me, do you feel it? That subtle shift, that trembling in the collective psyche. They're not trying to expose you anymore. They're trying to survive you. And now the truth creeps in, soft as a knife sliding under a locked door. They finally understand it, don't they? This was never about what you did. It was never about what they claimed. It was never about any so-called receipt they pretend to hunt for. It was about power, the kind you don't display, the kind you don't brag about, the kind you don't weaponize unless absolutely forced, the kind that sits in your silence and makes entire institutions correct their posture. When that person defended you, they didn't just protect you, they exposed everyone else. Suddenly every whisper looks suspicious, every accusation feels flimsy, every hater sounds guilty. Because when even one person says, "No, you've misunderstood him," the rest of the world is forced to wonder, then who the hell have we been listening to? So they scramble, they panic, they search for files, messages, screenshots, anything that makes their old narrative feel safer. But deep down, they know the truth. You were never the one on trial, they were. And the moment someone backed you publicly, the verdict arrived early. Case closed, story flipped, city exposed. So let them run, let them rewrite, let them dig up their own graves, trying to bury yours. Because the greatest revenge is how effortlessly you outgrew the battlefield. Look at you now, still calm, still breathing, still dangerous without lifting a single finger. They wanted receipts? Congratulations. You just became the one thing they never wanted you to be. The truth they can't disprove. And that, my dear, is the end of their story.